What do you recommend?
Okay, just standard bar. Oh, there's another one.
あら、素敵ね。
Another one of those. I already got that one. Curious what this green dot is.
You, want something, June?
Huh.
I guess they were itchy. Where's your cute little ass rushing off to? Slow down. Treat yourself to a little RELAXXX.
Right here. A curbside massage.
No.
B, can you talk? It is important.
What's important?
I may have found a solution to the problem we share. I have established a contact with an old friend from Arasaka. He's here in Night City now. He's well connected to certain influential people.
Old friend, well connected to the influential. Why so mysterious? Get to the point.
I told you once I would explore options, knock on many doors.
Yo,
There will
ever
be
try
a
rainbow
meeting.
poppers?
You,
Purple
me, and
haze?
this friend of
Got
mine.
every color under the sun,
You
I
will
do.
tell him what you told me. The truth of events at Konpeki Plaza.
Got
I have
something
little
that'll
hope that
keep
he
you
will be
wet by
convinced.
hours.
But it will be a start.
Of all people, you ought to know Night City tests everyone's reliability, even that of old friends. Sure about this guy?
Okay.
Trust him?
What do you want?
Many times we have had the opportunity to kill one another. Yes, I trust him.
Fine. Where's the meet and when?
Japantown, after sunset. I am sending you the precise location. I'll see you there.
Where are you from?
Oh, it's her. Okay.
Hello. You wanted to talk?
Nope.
We are not done.
Yes, we are. You got a name.
I do it. Yes, tomorrow.
Hurt me, and my people will come for you.
I don't think so. At least not that I've found yet.
If anyone wanted to see a jelly roll, they'd sit at home and look in the mirror. Stop whiffing for a week. You'll have plenty. And if I don't work, we're both going hungry.
Looks like a bunch of upset people over here. Oh no, they're all just cowering from the gunfire. Gotcha. You know what that is? Sayonara Station. By Luke Steelman. Wait a second before we start. Have you ever wondered how this book ended up in your hands? Where it came from? Who delivered it? Of course you haven't. Nobody ever wonders about that. It's a shame, because the answer is quite interesting. I'll go so far as to say it's fucking fascinating. Not so long ago, most shipments were made via sea on freighter. Cheap, quick, and relatively safe. But during the Fourth Corporate War, some genius in Arasaka had an idea. It released automated, self-replicating mines controlled by an AI into the ocean. What could possibly go wrong? A lot, it turns out. The AI had a single objective: destroy enemy vessels. Simple, right? Knew some Militech ships would get blown out of the water, while the Arasaka Free State ships would get sailed by untouched. Except the AI's ironclad logic, since there was a zero probability that a vessel waving a friendly flag might also have enemies on board, in the interest of optimization, it would also be sunk. Of course, when the leadheads back at Arasaka HQ realized what they'd done, they rushed to update the software, only for the AI to reject as a virus. And thus, because a handful of individuals' complete lack of imagination and foresight, the history of maritime travel came to an end. So, let's come back to the question. How did you end up with this book? Unless you live in Chicago, where it was published, then surely not via the net, since that was destroyed by Bartmoss. Maybe it was shipped by plane, but air freight is incredibly expensive, so most likely not. By car, then? We can't rule it out, but if we had to bet on it, we'd say it came to your city via train. Imagine that trains, right now, the ones that go choo-choo, have survived to the present day. Just last year, 15,526 miles of new train tracks were put into use, including the underground tunnel connecting Tokyo with Shanghai. At top speed, an armored train can complete the distance between the two cities in under 5 hours. Now, that's something I had to experience for myself. 2 days later, I was in Tokyo, standing on the platform of Sayonara Station.
Hey, you!
Interesting.
Hello. Hey, B! You hear me?
Loud and clear. Don't need to yell. What's up?
Doing a little competition. Shooting. Prizes and all. You know, over here with the range.
Untouched.
That'd make sense.
All you get with me.
Well,
What's
you
your
in?
edge? Want something that'll floor me. Really scramble the neurons.
Didn't think big parties
You
were
got it
your
all,
thing.
man. Bare knuckle
Yeah,
boxing,
well, it ain't a big
shootouts,
one, but,
black ops, interrogations,
one of the long
amputations.
heads. Gotta bring in the
No.
clients.
I mean
Attract them.
something like
Could try selling iron straight from factory.
fetishes.
Skip the whole part where you tinker for hours on each little shooter.
No, I don't.
My dignity, please.
Think I'd be doing this job if I could read minds?
I want to know
Sure,
what it's
I'm
like
in. When?
to kill
Well,
somebody.
right now. We'll wait on you. See ya.
See, wasn't so hard. So, got some classics from the last Corp War, or armed robbery if you're looking for something fresher. What are you looking for?
Looking for a Ripper Doc. Goes by Fingers. Heard of him?
Fingers. Sets off a buzzer. Tell you that much.
Know where I can find him.
Not a clue in the world.
Something tells me he be lying.
See a woman here with blue hair? Young. Total knockout.
You know, you're the first person I've seen in months who actually fits that description. If I'd seen a young knockout chick, I'd remember her. Gonna remember you, though.
What have you got?
Virtues?
Any special kind?
Well, let me put it to you this way. Those who know don't need to ask.
Well, what do we got here? Ain't you just the cutest thing? If you're looking for a release, I just might be your man.
Got an issue needs sorting out. Here to do that. So how about you fuck off, let me through, and no one will be the wiser.
So serious from the get-go? I was only joking. Sheesh. Fine. Let her through, Sludge.
Oh, gracious creature and benign! Benedict through these elements of pure! Through the world with bloody stain imbrued! For a friend the king of all we owned! Our prayer to him should for thy peace arise!
Hey, you alright?
No way I'm gonna swim! I hate water! Can't you see nobody cares?
Fingers. Know where I can find him?
If I could, I'd swap, you know? Why does everything have to be so damn convoluted? In the end, all I got left are shredded cables and empty bottles.
Feels less like a Ripper Doc house and more like a chop shop. America, a prophecy. The terror answered, I am Ort. Wreathed around the accursed tree. The times are ended, shadows pass, the morning gins to break. The fiery joy, that Urzian perverted to 10 commands. What night he led the starry host through the wild wilderness. That stony low I stamp to dust and scatter religion abroad. To the four winds as a torn book, and none shall gather the leaves, but they shall rot on desert sands and consume in bottomless deeps, to make the deserts blossom and the deeps sink to their foundations, and to renew the fiery joy and burst the stony roof. That pale religious lechery, seeking virginity, may find in it a harlot, and in coarse-clad honesty, the undefiled though ravished in her crocodile night and morn. For everything that lives is holy, life delights in life, because the soul of sweet delight can never be defiled. Fire enwrap the earthly globe, yet man is not consumed. Amidst the lustful fires he walks, his feet become like brass, his knees and thighs like silver, and his breast and head like gold. Alright. I say so, I mean, who am I to argue?
Hey, hands off!
Think I'm scared of your skinny ass?
You will be when every mox in town descends on this shithole. Take it to court, you pussy.
Fine, I get it. Everyone's got their breaking point. Just pay me what you owe me, and you can fuck off to greener pastures.
I don't owe you shit!
Oh, but you do. And that shit has a name. Something around 20 thou.
What? Come on, you pulled that number out of your ass!
Hey, what's that tone with me, you skank? Hey, look in the mirror. Who paid for all that? Think Fingers would have fixed a cracked faceplate for free? You want out, you gotta pay me back.
He just shoved her over the railing? No, okay, she walked out. I was like, I turned my back for 2 seconds.
V, hey.
Judy?
Hello? There's a line.
Nuh-uh, you ain't cutting.
Sit your ass down and wait your turn.
Fingers guy. You know him?
Heard some things, yeah.
Like...
His hand sometimes slips.
Glad to see a familiar face.
I'm worried sick about her, Dee. Had no idea anything had happened.
We'll find her. I know we will. After the heist, Evelyn holed up with the Mox for a while, right?
That's right.
So why the hell did she go back to Clouds?
Thought she'd be safer there. God knows why. Tried to get her to see straight, but she wouldn't listen.
Crime block. McCrane scanned the room with a deft Hiroshi sweep. This corpse was no different than the dozens he'd seen over the years. The dead man's eyes frozen in fear, his ligaments, wires, and intestines strewn about the floor. None of it made any impact on McCrone anymore. I've lived too long, he thought, and cops who don't die quick usually find themselves playing for the other side eventually. This case is as clear as a used napkin at Deputy Zhao's, he murmured to Junior Inspector Maloney. Cyber Psycho came in through the window. Victim led him inside. Must have known each other. Prints are all over the glass. Holy shit. Alice shook his head in disbelief. How'd the fucker get all the way up to the 11th floor? See those grooves on the windowsill? Climbing spikes. Implants kids these days are getting installed to pull rooftop stunts, get cheap thrills. Malowinski made his way over to the window to examine the evidence his superior had so effortlessly pieced together. The veteran detective lit a cigarette and stared back at the corpse's lifeless eyes. Although McCrone had never seen the man before, he felt as though he had known him a long time, and still, he felt nothing for him. No pity, no compassion. This was only a body now, no longer a person. Suddenly, Malinsky's unsteady voice woke McCrane from his thoughts. Boss, these prints outside the window? They belong to you. McCrane let out a quick, punctuated chuckle. Never much took you for a jokester, Malinsky, he said. I wonder just how I would get out there with any climber claws, huh? But before the junior inspector could respond, McCrane felt an uneasiness shoot up his spine. The room, this man, the smell of blood. He felt compelled to walk over to the scavenged victim and reach inside his pocket. A photo. His own. Face staring back at him. Malinsky shrilly drew his pistol. I believe in you, the shaky protege uttered with a pain in his voice. At this time, I idolize a murderer. I don't understand, muttered McCrane, scarcely loud enough to hear his own voice. Something else began to drown out his words, even his thoughts, a strange primal force. For the first time in my life, I don't understand. And then crack, a gunshot.
You talked to Fingers yet?
If only. He's harder to get in to see than the best docs in town.
We're gonna be here forever. I just know it. Maybe you could talk to those girls, see if we can cut in front?
Why me?
I don't think they like me. Just give it a shot. That or come up with something better.
Just watch you don't break your legs, honey. They'll be begging Fingers for a new pair.
Well, I think that's probably how we're getting in, but I kind of want to talk to them anyway.
You seen a woman with blue hair around here? Had a doll chip.
Think I know who you're talking about. Fingers worked on her, sure.
She's still here?
No idea. Gotta ask him.
My friend here, she's in really sorry shape. Couldn't let us cut in front just this once.
Of course. Honey, be my guest.
Well, now hold on a sec. Didn't seem so bad just a minute ago.
She's a toughie. Keeps it inside, mostly.
Now try to
Come on,
open those
let's go.
luscious lips of yours. How about now?
Better. Wait, something's wrong. Can't see nothing but a blur.
faceplate's previous owner had a long face. Edges are stretching your optic nerves. Don't worry. Your eyes will adjust.
We've long known that the AVs crisscross our skies are busy dumping harmful substances in the air, such as aluminum, carbon dioxide, sulfur trioxide, and sulfuric acid. Studies have also revealed the presence of dead red blood cells and E. coli, as well as sodium chloride table salt. Now, you don't need a degree in science to know the harm these substances can wreak on the body. We found that sulfur compounds can lead to cancer, heart disease, and other illnesses arising from a weakened or even damaged immune system. It can also lead to spontaneous dental hydroplosion and acute meningitis.
We going in?
Yes? Hello? What can I do for you?
Need a minute of your time.
A minute? That's all? Shame. Could watch those juicy lips of yours flap for hours, days. But I'm busy right now.
He's got his own lotion.
You tiger claws? Far as I know, I'm all paid up.
We're with the Mox.
The Mox? Why didn't you say so? So, what brings you here? Can't speak or what?
These girls know you're chipping faulty implants.
You might say so. I'd say they're the very best I can find. See?
What's in it for you?
Whatever they have to offer. And they always have something to offer.
You're a sick fuck. Know that?
What do you two want?
Used to ride with nomads. Resourceful folk. Wouldn't cast aside anything until it was worn down, dead. Couldn't be fixed or reused in some other way. But what you're giving these girls, not even nomads would touch that.
Please, let's not exaggerate. I give them what I can. What do you two want?
Heard you help the working girls around here.
Well, very few children will play with broken toys. So when skin goes flabby, sockets go out of whack, implants malfunction, I'm sure you get the gist. You pay for goods, you expect top quality. Consumerism 101.
Please. Scrapyards offer better quality than this.
Evelyn Parker. Need to know where she is.
Step into my office, please. Many girls come through here. So many. But let me put it to you this way. I believe in giving each of them the personal touch. Ask anyone. I'm more than a chop doc. See, I know what people truly want. I'll be more than glad to show you around. But, later, perhaps.
See, the problem is that you've just hit...
I can't remember.
The world is will and idea, but besides death, the great opportunity no longer to be I to him who uses it. During the will of man is not without freedom. His actions take place the necessity upon the basis of his unalterable character and the chain of motives, but everyone remembers much that he has done, and on account of which he is no means satisfied with himself. If now he were to go on living, he would go on acting in the same way. On account of the unalterable nature of his character, accordingly he must cease to be what he is in order to rise out of the germ of his nature as a new and different being. Therefore death looses these bonds, and will again become free, for freedom lies in the S, not the operative.
For each and every one. Even if it's a specimen as exquisite as you. Please set your exquisite derrieres down.
Went jittery soon as I mentioned her name. Don't try getting out of this. I know you remember her.
I have a neurological condition. It's not easy living with tics. Really, I'd love to help, but if only I knew who you were talking about.
Forrest. Name mean anything to you?
Nope.
They call him Woodman. Works at the dollhouse.
You talked to him?
Didn't like Woodman's tone. So I made sure he'll have a tough time speaking for a while. Not too fond of you either right about now. So careful what you say.
Poor girl. Tried to help her, I did. But as you can see, this isn't exactly a state-of-the-art facility.
Mentioned you couldn't help her. Help her with what, exactly?
If I only knew, I wager she'd be standing here, happy and smiling. Instruction register on her chip was burnt to a crisp. Tried replacing it. Nothing.
Damage was caused by a netrunner using homebrewed malware.
Sounds about right.
Get to the point!
The point? Ah, yes. Well, I haven't the faintest idea where she is.
Enough of this bullshit! What'd you do to her, you freak?
Now, either you put a muzzle on this creature, or put her down. It's impossible to have a conversation with her around.
Jude, calm down, okay? You're not helping. Let me do the talking. Evelyn Parker. Where is she?
Could very well be on her way to becoming the next underground braindance darling. That's all I know.
What do you mean by underground?
I don't know. I mean, I don't watch that sort of stuff.
Snuff? XBDs?
I told you I don't know.
You sure about this?
4 days I had her here. She was out cold in La La Land for practically every minute. It wasn't a slumber party. We didn't have pillow fights and promised to send each other postcards.
Where will we find her?
I like you. You're frisky, intrepid. When I realized I wouldn't be able to help her, patch her up, I called my fixer. 2 guys came and picked her up the same day.
Who'd you call? Who's your fixer?
Wakako. Told her I had a busted doll with a BD implant to hand off.
Where did they take her?
I told you already. I don't know. They weren't the talkative kind, and I'm no gunk. I know better than to ask questions of people like that.
You're no gunk? What do you think? Why'd all these girls come in here, let you grope around them? Think it's for your charm? Your caring attitude? They do it because they got no choice. And in the end, they despise you. They can smell you're pathetic.
These guys, what did they look like?
Like you, me, anyone else in this city.
Really now, they looked like you.
They looked like the kind of guys you don't make eye contact with. One of them was a bearded fellow.
The 2 that came for her didn't say anything about where they'd take her, what they were gonna do to her.
Mentioned something about virtues with a moth, of all things. Said she'd be perfect for them, whatever that means. But that's really all I know.
You pawned her off like she was some fucking inanimate mannequin.
Because that's exactly what she was.
Judy, not helping.
Need air. I'll be outside.
Judy's right. People like you make this city a living hell. Day in, day out.
Got what you wanted, didn't you? So get the